Hello, BIM World again. It's good to be back in Munich every time. Today, I'm not going to talk about our product. I would like to take a step back and talk a little bit about the connection, potential synergies between BIM and SHM. I wonder if some of you know what SHM stands for. What's this abbreviation for? It's Structural Health Monitoring. So imagine a city which is alive and ever-changing, like Munich, for example, and we at our company want to transform how we care for our built environment by putting a smartwatch on the pieces of infrastructure. Let me explain what is that and why we do that. The transportation infrastructure, including tunnels and also bridges, is the single most stressed piece of infrastructure worldwide. And the demand eternally exceeds capacities. So no matter how much road you build, how many bridges, how much tunnel you build, the demand will again exceed the capacities. We need to address that. So this is my empty slide about BIM. This is BIM World, so I'm sure you know what BIM is. Or are you? But structural health monitoring, as an official explanation, it involves the observation, analysis of a system over time using periodically sampled response measurement to monitor changes to the material and geometric properties of engineering structures like bridges, dams, or tunnels, or even buildings. So what's this boring definition stands for? It's like, as I mentioned, it's like putting a smartwatch on our pieces of infrastructure, on our structures, to read their vital signs using sensor technologies and advanced analytics. So this way, connecting to these vital signs in time, we can intervene. So what's a typical journey in an IoT product like ours, or what's the good way to handle that? We want to focus on automation, to automate everything from the data received from the sensors to the insight you got on your smartphone. But in between, of course, there's a platform which does the processing, and you can look at the visualizations, but the most important thing, we are sure that's automation. So what's the problem with the current practices of gathering data? We don't want our engineers to spend time running around performing tedious and repetitive tasks on site, either on a construction site or an existing piece of infrastructure, to gather data, to make measurements. We want to automate and make autonomous sensors as much as it is possible. So after we gather the data, you can still end up with many systems with many types of data in them. You experience the same thing in the BIM world, I'm quite sure. So integration is difficult, and engineering systems are often incompatible. So why do we think that BIM and structural health monitoring is really a match made in heaven? We think that overlaying the structural data with architectural and engineering insights will provide the basis for a broader asset management strategy that can also feed back into the planning processes. So what we do is we can, of course, connect these two systems together, which are basically not that separate anymore. Just to highlight some of these advantages and benefits of connecting these systems. So real-time monitoring gets you quick responses and minimize the risks, and you can plan for repairs and maintenance. The simplest thing is you can see a BIM model in our software, for example, or we can provide data, live data to a BIM software, whereby you can have a live BIM representation of your assets. Automation. Of course, it will benefit you on the safety side, and it's cost effective. Predictive analytics will help you plan maintenance and repair operations, as I mentioned, in a broader asset management context. So it will be not based on just intuition or ad hoc decisions, but you can create a strategy around that. Scalability, you can scale our software as well as similar ones to many projects with many sensors with them. So this will make you an oversight. You will have an oversight over your structures, not just one, and then you can plan your processes accordingly. Of course, visualizations, reporting is also can use data from the BIM model as well as the live data from the structural health monitoring platforms. Okay, so basically what you can design or build, the structural health monitoring can monitor. We think that the investors, the designers, the builders, and also operators of all these pieces of infrastructure can benefit from such synergies. So thank you very much for listening, and if you want to know more about specifics of our product, visit us at our booth. And if you have a proof of concept project in mind where we can show these synergies, just talk to us, and thank you very much.